Hello and welcome to episode 18 of the Third and Short podcast. Usual sort of script with co-host Tom and myself, Matt, and producer Jamie Crawford. Our very special guest this week, somebody who we have spoke about on most episodes. We'll come on to why in just a few minutes' time. But Josh Davies, welcome to the show, the sort of pre-game show for the Super Bowl. And we've drafted you in for this episode because you provide the Kansas City Chiefs option, and obviously Jamie will unfortunately provide the Buccaneers option. But lesser evil of the two if we're going to invite Gary, I suppose. So, yeah, I think usual sort of script for those people that watch and listen regularly. We're going to go through Josh's journey into NFL, which I'm sure will be riveting for most people. We already know it. I think we'll just go straight in, really, mate. What got you into NFL? What's kept you interested? Obviously, why Kansas City? I'm sure we'll go on to that in a few minutes' time. But what made you pick up the NFL and decide this is for me?
I've been waiting for this since episode 2, mate. I don't know why it's taken so long.
Because we knew you were getting to the Super Bowl. We'll just wait for this moment.
No, so to be fair, I've liked American football for quite a few years in terms of like movies. You know, like you look at all the movies that are out there. Last Chance U, me and Tom used to speak about that quite a lot. You know, on Netflix. So I've always liked the thought of the sport. I've just never been massively into having a team and watching it every single week. So I think it was like 2018. When Matt used to work with us, and then you go in every week, and Matt would his merch on. So then you'd speak to Matt about the NFL, and then he'd go on about how he hates the Chiefs. And it was just, the more I spoke to Matt, the more I thought, okay, because at the time I was going off football anyway, and it was at a time where I stopped watching as much football as I did. So I thought it was at a crossroads of picking a new sport. So, and then the more we spoke, it was just like, do you know what? I'm going to sort of look into it a little bit. And then Matt would always talk about Mahomes, and this is 2018. And although he hated him, he used to go on about how good he was. So then I started clipping Mahomes and seeing, how good he was. And I think it was the no-look pass against the Ravens where it threw it to Demarcus Robinson. And I was just sort of like, who is this guy? So it just sort of just came from that working relationship. And then, the best thing about the Chiefs as well is obviously, brilliant.
Oh dear. That is the real reason. That is for those that have listened regularly, you'll have heard us all say I like red at different points throughout the season, and Josh is the reason why we say I like red. And I think way back when it just when we were talking at work, why the Chiefs, mate? You just went, I like red. that was pretty much it almost. So it kind of stuck. It stuck.
Yeah. So once I started watching it and got hooked, and then it just sort of, the more I watched them, the more I heard about Andy Reid and Travis Kelce, and I love Arrowhead Stadium. I've got like this obsession with open air stadium. Like 70,000 fans in one place and in the snow, and
it's just one family in Kansas, isn't
it? say that. So it just sort of snowballed, and then 2019 was probably the first full year of following them, and then obviously it's just carried on, and it's almost become. I know you guys are exactly the same, but it's more of an addiction now. It's just I'm actually, although we're in the Super Bowl next week, I'm sort of devastated that it's over,
Yeah.
No more Sundays until September.
So
9 months.
It's a long wait, isn't it?
We're going to pad the fuck out of the off season, aren't we? Let's do a draft again.
Oh, draft number 47.
And the Jets have still fucked it up.
Yeah.
No, I can say you're spot on. It does hook you in, and I think we've all sort of touched on that throughout the weeks. And do I like the Chiefs? No, I don't like the Chiefs. I don't. But can I respect them? Yes, I can. They're a very, very good team. And I think I said on episode 1 or 2 that they were my pick for the Super Bowl. Weirdly, I changed it halfway through the season and changed to the Bucs. So either way, I was right, I guess. But Yeah, they're a good team. Just don't know when I've got to play Mahomes another fucking 18 times at least till his fucking $3 billion contract's up.
Well, that mate, do you know what? We've never actually spoke about it, but that was sort of a closing deal. Was that you never liked the Chiefs? They're in the same division as the Raiders. We work together. We have a sort of a similar friendship circle. It's always like, why not just keep it together? Do you know? Because we're interested in every year, aren't we? So you're the reason, Matt.
Thanks for joining us, guys. We're cutting this episode short.
You've done all right to pick them, to be fair, aren't you? The 2 seasons. Like
I can't wait for like Mahomes to just like die or like retire.
What
happened first, and then the Chiefs just go back to normal where they're just shit, and then you have to go through all of the shit that I've gone through for the past 20 years.
The thing is, though, Matt, about sort of being a Blackpool fan, you used to that anyway. Stuff that used to go on at the club, like rock bottom. So I get that the NFL's a circle, isn't it? So whoever's good now for the next 5 years, 10 years, eventually it'll fade out and someone else will take it.
Fucking hope so. Means we're going to be good for once.
Well, it should work like that, but one winning season in 16 years for the Raiders, so and our quarterback broke his leg on Christmas Eve as well that year, so pretty successful.
Christmas.
You got the Chargers, haven't you, with Justin Herbert as well? That's next.
Ridiculous, and no doubt the fucking Broncos will draft one of the quarterbacks who will be mint and fucking. It's going to be a long, hard few years.
Bottom of the division.
More than likely. I don't know. Our offense is good. Our defense might as well not be there. There you go. But still, we're the only team to beat Mahomes in was it 26 games or something? 27 games.
Yeah, 26-1 it was.
And to be fair, mate, you could have been 2-0 against this.
Should have been.
Probably should have been.
If we had a D, that was another one of the games where we were winning inside the 2-minute warning. Don't mind losing like that to the Chiefs because they're very, very good, aren't they? And I mind losing like that to other teams though.
Yeah.
I remember watching that game, the defeat, and going like worried because I was like, this isn't the Raiders. You know what I mean? That I've seen.
We spoke about it quite a lot, didn't we? That time, like it was good game. That, to be fair, for both games were really good games for anybody who didn't care about the result. Obviously, we did. So one game was good for me, one game was good for you, I suppose. But they were good games.
Yeah. And Derek Carr, mate, was the first game especially. That's why I was sat there going, "This is what's going on here. This is not."
Who's this guy?
He can't throw.
That's when my hope hit its peak for the season, and it's been a long slippery slope down since then. But
I remember, when was it? It was like episode 5, 6, maybe.
It was early on,
and it was like we're 6 for 3 or something like that, and we've got the Chiefs, the Bucks, and someone else or something like that. It was like, I'll take one win in all of that.
Yeah.
And then you're thinking you beat the Chiefs, and all of a sudden it's like we're fucking going to the Super Bowl.
That's what it does. That's what this game does to you, doesn't it? Fucking every year the draft happens and free agency happens. There we go. We've got a winning team.
I'm dreading April. Is everyone? You're just like, yeah, absolutely gonna smash it. What a draft we've had! Can't wait. Then we go 0-5, fucking 2-6. Fucking can't wait. Absolutely.
You still probably win the division with that, though.
True. That is the best thing about the NFL.
I wouldn't mind so much going like 0-6 because your season's shit. We've been 6-3 the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Where's the hope is coming at me? I'm like, here we go. We've got a winning team. No, we haven't. 8-8. Brilliant.
Yeah. But it's nice to be playing football that matters in October.
Yeah, it's nice to be in the running in September.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
in the hunt.
not there.
We're in the hunt. We're 0-0.
It was enjoyable, but it is fucking horrible that it ended at the end, and then you realise how shit your season's been, and you've been celebrating a terrible season, thinking we're gonna win this division.
Tom hooked me in. You hooked me in on the Giants winning.
I had to sell it to someone. I was trying to kick myself. We were in until Washington beat the Steelers. We were quids in. And then the Steelers decided that was their week that they went, actually, we can't be arsed now.
It was their season that they couldn't be arsed. That's why they didn't get in the playoffs.
It's just
wasn't that was it a rearranged game? That it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It's painful. But I don't want to talk about the Giants because their season's over. I want to
There's only
talk
two
about
teams left.
I want to talk about Super Bowl.
No.
I want to talk about the game we all wish lockdown wasn't a thing so we could be there and witness.
Quite glad it is a thing.
Jamie and Gary.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. We're all here with the t-shirts being made up. What's going on?
Oh my god.
You got your KFC.
Look at
Jesus.
Fucking Colonel.
Hey, if you're out there, Colonel, sponsor us. I'll take that. I'll take that free chicken.
Oh, could you imagine? But yeah, it finally came on Thursday. So there you go. I've got my other one coming as well.
You should get a week's worth out of it.
Exactly. I was like, we're not winning the Super Bowl. Might as well buy this merch first. If we win the Super Bowl, then it's a joy. But conference champions, they can't take that away from us.
I think what the season for me, I think the Chiefs were always going to be there or thereabouts. They were always the team to beat in the AFC, and it turned out that they still are the team to beat in the AFC. And I know it's hard to go back to back, but the Chiefs got better. I feel like this year than they were last year. The Bucs, is it a surprise? Not really. NFC is probably not as strong overall, but. I don't know where I was going with that. I'm trying to justify.
I think you'd also say it wouldn't be a surprise if they didn't get there as well, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because the NFC is just that shit that sort of any of the 4 or 5 teams can get there.
Yeah, there's some evenly matched teams.
Any of the 4 teams, like you said, the Packers, the Bucs, the Saints, and the
not the Rams.
Any of them could have kind of got there. Like
not the Rams.
Yeah.
No, but maybe not the Rams. But that's why. I mean, Goff's worth 3 first-round picks and Stafford, isn't he? So
no,
Stafford. Can't remember, but
yeah, well, Stafford.
It's a mental trade that Stafford has actually
for Ryan Gosling
justified that value.
Ryan Gosling.
I've got no idea how he's got that value. Really.
No. I think I read today that the Rams asked in Green Bay about A-Rod.
Really?
And Green Bay said he's going nowhere. So
he is. That's the thing that it's already started though, hasn't it?
With the bottlers because he's a bottle.
The quarterback switching has already started. Like said, Stafford, Goff, Derek Carr. There was rumors as well at one point.
There's rumors for his 7-year career.
That'll carry on.
Yeah, he's not going this year.
Jameis Winston coming into the starters.
Oh, here we go.
Cam Newton. I mean, just why not? There you go. But
I'm really looking forward to the merry-go-round. It's going to be mental. It is the QB merry-go-round. It's going to be about 7 or 8 different teams with new QB. It's just going to be carnage.
I read on Twitter, because that's obviously reliable, that the 49ers have asked about Cousins as well.
Really?
Not sure. That's a step up from Jimmy G. They're both bang average.
Yeah.
Fitzpatrick will probably go to his 7th team in the last year.
7th team in the last year. Yeah, the last 7 weeks.
He played really well this year. He bailed Tua out a few times.
Yeah, they made the wrong decision bringing Tua in when they did.
I mean, my cousin's a Dolphins fan, and he's huge on Tua. We were talking about, would you take Watson over Tua, and he was like, no, I wouldn't.
Idiot.
You'd take Watson out of probably 30 quarterbacks in the NFL.
Idiot.
And I said to him,
I hope your cousin watches this. He's an idiot.
Get him in that group.
I agree. He's going in next 10 minutes.
Tua's overrated, man, and he isn't going to be a baller that people think he is.
Well, the thing is, I said to him, if they hadn't have brought Fitz in, he wouldn't have bailed himself out of that situation.
Yeah.
Want to lead them on to, and I think they should have left him in because that's the only way he's going to learn.
Yeah, I like Tua. I think he's pretty good.
The thing is,
he's a lefty,
they were
so
close. They were so close to getting to the playoffs, though. Lost it on the last day. We would have a completely different discussion if they did get into the playoffs.
Yeah,
we'd
be having that discussion if Fitz stayed as QB.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe
he does tend to tail off, but there's something about this season he didn't, and you could tell he was heartbroken when he come out and said he was devastated about it. He felt like this was different. This was his team. So it's all hindsight, innit? It's all shoulda, woulda, coulda. ultimately, Tua bottled it. He's shit. That's the fact.
But
no,
Tua,
I'd definitely take
Tua, Jones.
Who would I rather have? Tua.
Tua can't sprint 80 yards and fall over and give everyone
no one, to be fair, no one can.
You've sold it to me there. Comedy value.
Yeah,
Jones.
So it's Jones all day long.
I'd rather throw up watching a guy throw with his left hand than throw up watching him slip over a ball.
Like, 10 years time, it'll be like, you know, that what happened next moment where you've got a chance.
Gonna question a sport, won't it?
Yeah. But we didn't really talk about it last week. I thought obviously it's more suitable to have you on here, but the AFC game from last weekend, what were your thoughts on it? Were you getting a little bit nervous at that start, you know, when that quick turnover to the quick touchdown, and you was like, it's not happening?
So last week, with the Browns, it was more about is Mahomes fully fit? I mean, I kind of thought he would be, because I didn't actually think they would risk him in a concussion. You know, because at the end of the day, with the length of his contract and the worth of the franchise, would it be worth playing him if there was a chance of injury? So the issue coming up was his toe, wasn't it? There was a lot of stuff about his turf toe and can he scramble out of the pocket and can he do this? But I think looking at it now, the way we played against them, we would have beat any team in the NFL that night. That's how good I thought we were on that night. And that wasn't just the offense. I thought the defense was outstanding. Matthew came out after the game and said you could actually have a day off because Snead, Sorensen, Breland, you know, every single one of them played well in coverage. So, although, you know, Baker Mayfield, I thought he got better towards the end of the season. I thought he started to sort of hit a bit of form. But I don't know, I wasn't...
Didn't throw a touchdown against the Raiders at home.
I think the only doubt I had was this year we've had so many games where it's been a one-score game or less than a one-score game. So we've not been able to put games away. And I thought, what if we go behind and they start running the ball and will come back to haunt us? Because I hate it.
So you were bothered about it.
Stand him as well. And, you know, Nick Chubb. So I thought that was sort of sitting there. I was thinking, you know, what's going to happen with that? But I thought we played well. You know, I thought that's the first time in a long time we played really well this year.
Yeah, like I said, especially
you moaned about them loads when we were speaking. Just been.
I'd love to moan at fucking 14-2.
That's it. When I do that, sometimes I look back and go, "That's pretty stupid." But the more I've looked into this, because I was thinking this year. So, you know, when you're playing against, like, for example, Man United, I always think when teams play against United, they raise the game because and I think with the Super Bowl champs. So when you're playing against Super Bowl champs, the team's raising their game, they're changing the schemes in terms of how you against Hill and Kelsey and Mahomes. So we were checking down a little bit. But then the more I've looked into it, I think this year, the main issue for us has been the O-line. So against Bucs next week, you'll see that we're depleted on the O-line. So, and this year, Mahomes has scrambled the majority of plays. So, you know, the ball snaps and you think they're going to get him and then he'll 10 yards to Kelsey and it's like, oh, first down. So that's probably been why we've not been, you know, hitting high scores, you know, against the Falcons and stuff like that. But I don't know. Listen, we're in the Super Bowl. I can't moan about being in the Super Bowl. I just think, you know, it's been a weird season, but you know, I think that
you're there, aren't you?
Yeah, and we've not had any COVID issues, touch wood. So
still time.
I think the NFL will hide any COVID notice just in case. They'll be like, we ain't jeopardizing this game.
Yeah,
well, Florida doesn't care, does it? So
no, like literally,
how many fans
with AEW, like the wrestling corporation, that they've had fans 25% of the venue in for the past 4 months, roundabout. Yeah. So, and then WWE, they're going back to Raymond James for WrestleMania. So we'll see what that's like, and then WrestleMania is going to be at Raymond James in April. So
and then with the Bills, I was 50-50. You know, I generally thought Josh Allen's been unbelievable this year. Diggs has been unbelievable. I just wasn't sure on how it was going to go. I was a little bit like, a bit nervous in terms of. I got confused before when she was on about the Browns. I was actually on about
the Bills. Yeah.
Sorry, and when I meant about how well the defense played, obviously Henne stepped in, and anything can happen. Anything's possible, and all the tweets have gone out. But yeah, with the Bills, I thought it was going to be a 50-50, and that was probably our best game of the season. I thought we were outstanding. So
I think a lot of people did, didn't they? We were all really excited about it, and to be fair, it almost felt a bit lackluster because
the Bucks-Packers game was
the game before it was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So how are you feeling for Sunday? Are you getting a little bit nervous? You comfortable? Getting a little bit scared now? No.
I don't know.
We have this every week, Josh.
Every fucking week.
Every bastard week. I can't wait till the season's over.
Can't wait till we're shit again. I'll just sit in the corner.
Just to have one good season, then be shit again. I hate that.
I don't know. I'm nervous. I read today that you've opted to wear white, haven't you? You're wearing white for the Super Bowl. And the reason for that is Brady's 4-1 when he wears white in a Super Bowl. So,
but also Mahomes and Brady are 1-for-1, aren't they? Or 2-for-2. They're even on their records. So.
Yeah. So apparently that's the reason why you've opted to wear white. So I was reading that before. I don't know, mate. It's a weird one. Like, your offense is outstanding, in terms of the number of receivers, and you've got Gronk in the tight end position. Whereas I think we've got the most explosive offense in the NFL. You probably got across the board the best offense in the NFL, haven't you? So
heavy loaded.
But it
depends on how well defense plays.
You go back to week 12. I mean, if it happens again, it was 27-24, but in that first quarter, we got completely annihilated, 17. And like Tyreek Hill got over like 200 yards in a quarter. Or in the first half, it was just like completely unreal. So hopefully they've learned from that mistake. And as long as it's a good game, because that was still a good game to watch. I mean, barring the first quarter, the rest of it was fine. But but everything's in place now, I think. Pardon?
There was a point in that game where McCall Hardman, he probably had about 3/4 of the pitch to run. But if he caught the ball, he would have scored a touchdown. I thought that would have put the game away. And I think the next play, you went on and scored a touchdown after that. And the game just flipped.
Yeah.
It was a good game. I mean, towards the end, I was sweating towards the end.
I'm interested to see how your pass rush does against your depleted O-line. I'm really looking forward to that because Bucks pass rushing. It doesn't.
If
Mahomes gets sacked, he has to go out. Concussion.
Is it Barrett? You've got Barrett. Is he
Barrett? JPP. JPP's so underrated. He's criminal.
We've only got, and the most criminal like thing is we only had one defense in the Pro Bowl, and that was JPP. Like Levante David has been unreal. Jamal Dean has been unreal. Devin White has been unreal. Like Devin White is unreal, like I said, and Sean Murphy Bunting has had an interception every game in the off season. So yeah, everything just seems to be clicking at the right time for us. But we're just going to get annihilated. I hope we don't.
Do you think you'll lose, Jamie?
I thought we'd lose to the Packers, but we're on camera, so what I actually feel, I don't know.
Don't want to jinx it.
Exactly. Really. I won't admit it. To be fair, like I said in the Packers game beforehand, if we lose, we got there, and I'm happy that we got there. I didn't expect that. If you said at the start of the season you'd make it to the Super Bowl, I'd be like, yeah, I'll have it. Don't care. I don't care if we lose 50-0. We got to the Super Bowl. I don't care if we get annihilated. We're in the Super Bowl. It's a great experience, and I'll take that at the start of the season.
When you're there, though, it's easy to say that, but now you're there. It's not win-win for you. It's not like, oh well, if we lose, we got there. You'll be devastated.
7?
Yeah.
Could it be 7?
Oh, I don't know. Could you imagine what the group would be like with him and Gaz?
It'll be empty.
It won't be a group anymore.
Yeah,
I'll kick everybody out of it and just delete it.
Empty.
I'm not that bad. Like, I love Winston, so I'm great.
He's not going to be coming home though.
Not over yet. He's got a 2-year contract, same as Brady. It's not over yet. I think that obviously did a whole little he ain't coming back now. Things were like said. But again, anything can happen. You never know. I'd happily take him back. I love him. I could bring my pop figure back out. I miss him.
You've got a pop vinyl figure of him, yeah.
Of course I have. It's Jameis Winston.
I've got a Derek Carr one as well. To be fair.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Derek Carr's an adequate quarterback.
Jameis Winston.
I can't believe Jameis Winston has had one made. Never mind that.
Yeah, as soon as I got him out, he just fumbled all over the place. Oh no, that was Daniel Jones, weren't it? Sorry.
He probably went in the wrong box, Winston.
Josh Allen? I thought Josh Allen was white. No, like I said, as long as it's a good game, I don't mind. I've already got my merch for the NFC Conference Championship. I kind of thought maybe that's it, but you know, if we win a Super Bowl, it's another fucking 70 to 100 quid I've got to buy merch for, don't I? So I'm only here once.
Look at this point. Is me? I don't know if you can see it. My nephew.
Get in.
Watching a podcast, repping his merch. Look at him, what a guy.
And watching the podcast as well.
Absolute legend. I imagine that took Lauren unbelievable amount of pictures to actually get him watching it. because I got a few where it's like,
yeah,
I'm looking away. But every credit.
I have to edit that out.
What a guy.
Talking of merch, as usual, the episode is brought to you in association with silverfx.co.uk. More and more stuff getting added on there at the moment. There's an item on there at the minute where the proceeds go to NHS charities at the moment, so it's worth checking out.
Kick out COVID.
Yeah, that's the one, and it's pretty good. Like I said, we get more and more lines out there every week almost. I know Andy Turner has got some other podcasts involved as well and some pretty cool merch there. So by all means, check it out. If you buy something, send us a picture. We'll probably laugh at it and upload it. So
yeah.
And the links, as always, is going to be in the description of the episode below. So click on it. You'll love it.
So moving on to drinks.
Yeah, I was going to.
Well, I'm empty now.
Before you, Matt.
I'll go first because I'm empty. I was on my vodka, Pepsi Max and cherry. The vodka's back. I'm not drinking my straight passion fruit vodka at the moment. So maybe next week I'll drink it to drown my sorrows or celebrate. We'll find out. Maybe Josh will come back next week. Who knows?
If we lose, I'm
Brilliant.
So yeah, go on, Matt. Tom, Matt.
I'm still can't even hold it the right way around, but I'm still.
I thought you do like a dramatic reveal.
I never got that wrong.
Well, because I was looking at it, mate. That's why. Because
just in awe of how beautiful the label is.
Me and Corona go back about 5 episodes, and I've already taken the lid off with my. So you didn't go this far, mate. I've got the bottle opener. I've got the Corona football bottle opener. You just had a case that was left over from your birthday, imagine.
In August.
I went out of my way to buy this stuff, guys. Days are dwindling, though. I've not got many left. So we're up.
Yeah, it runs out, doesn't it? Runs out quick.
Yeah.
You don't want to buy a second crate.
I've got small hands, but look, it only takes a full bottle. But I really like you guys, so you know.
I actually got off my arse and went to the dishwasher this time.
Oh no, you didn't.
And I've just done a 3-kilometre walk before coming here. So for those guys in the group, it's the first. It's unprecedented times.
Definitely
I am exercising.
Definitely got a bell next to the fucking table, just like drink, please.
So I've again gone with the lovely Birra. You know,
mate.
You can't say anything more, can you, than just put it there. I've not heard one person ever say Birra's minging.
On draft is really nice.
Yeah, beautiful. However,
cheap in Rome, though, isn't it?
Well, I had it in Rome, but it's more like a pale ale, isn't it? In Rome,
it was about. I think I paid like a euro for three bottles.
Yeah,
in a supermarket.
I went to for some reason she wanted to drink Guinness. I don't know what I got into her. Well, I do, but but we went to this bar, and I was like, well, I'm gonna have to have a beer while we're here, beer or Peroni. So I've got beer on draft out there, and I was like, have they given me the right drink here? Because it's like a proper cloudy sort of creamy pale ale. It tastes just as good, but it's a completely different taste, isn't it?
It's nice.
Yeah, but yeah, so just cracking on with that. I'm obviously watching my calories at the moment, so I'm only on the stubby cans. And I couldn't find bottles in the shop. So I was not going to more than one shop. So yeah, it's like half pint specials, if that.
Nice.
Big
So I've got
moment.
a little bit of whiskey, but a proper 12.
Oh, proper 12, yes.
Yeah. So it's a bit of a message for Jamie and Gaz in the books. Say you'll do nothing.
You got a foot in nothing. You do nothing.
No, to be fair, I did dry jam, so it was left over from Christmas. So I finally managed to be in the first today.
Timed it right.
That's why it took so long to get you on, mate.
That's it.
Because we can't talk to you sober.
Yeah, because you're bored at the best of times, mate.
Oh god!
No, I knew this.
Not even far from the truth.
Mate, the Chiefs, that's all it is. Tom and I spoke actually over the weekend that we think during the off season we might do a different beer each week and something to talk about, because we are going to be struggling for fucking football stuff to talk about from basically after next week till the draft, or April anyway. So we might do a different beer every week if we all get the same one. So get suggestions in if you're listening, people in the group.
Yeah, definitely.
Like a whole rate it out of 10 kind of thing.
Well, I've said you could create a chart. You're quite good at that.
You can create a chart.
Producer and all that. Send it to Gaz, get it on socials. Me and Matt will do the drinking.
Yeah,
So
we're
I've
the stars, mate. We're the stars of the show.
No, you're involved as well. But
that's fine.
I'm not delivering it to bloody Bisping.
Fair enough. Why not?
It's a trek, and I'm not driving into a load of roads that are named
And he
after
says he's
herbs.
being healthy and doing how many kilometers walk? Shall I check from how far away from your house to my house is and see if that's the right walk for
If I
you?
walk in your estate, I'll be hungry. Coriander close and fucking parsley plates.
You can't say where I live on a podcast.
Beat that out.
Number 47.
Thanks.
That's Tarragon Drive in
Yeah.
I mean, that is
Newcastle.
close. That is close.
Yeah.
I literally live in like they're all basically called spices where I live. So there is a tarragon.
It's so fitting for Blackpool, isn't it?
Yeah, we have a whole estate named after the crackheads in the town. Excellent.
No, that's like literally we've got all of these, which is like your spices, your spice heads. and then further down you've got like Canada Drive and Toronto and Maple. It's just like geez.
I've just thought you've literally just given out his full address by in the postcode in Blackpool.
The house was a complete guess.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
If anybody wants to send me any like fan mail,
Nail bomb after the
I'm egging his windows next week.
See on the Gazette, old lady gets eggs windows. Windows egged.
guess
No, that's
it
funny.
windowed.
Yeah, well, that happens as well. She might get her eggs out the window.
What is happening?
Oh,
We got
this
one
is what it's
more
going
to
be
go.
like when
One
there's no
more.
football.
This is it. This is the last
You
one
know.
that we can look forward to a game.
18 weeks of this and it sent me fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
Yeah.
like I said, there's only one more game to go until September. So I mean, Josh and I are obviously quite biased. You've got to make your final prediction now. Who's it going to be?
Chiefs are
Matt,
going to win it. Chiefs are going to win it.
Yeah, it's so tough. Because
It is. It is.
You just can't and it's not only the Brady factor, but I mean the Bucks.
Bucks are loaded
Have been.
all over.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, I didn't expect them to get there, although I'm not surprised they have. But it's just a few of the games I watched, I just thought they'll probably crumble. But you haven't. You've done brilliant. But I just think the Chiefs is just something about them. They're just. I was obviously really close with my preseason pick of the Patriots,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's something about Bill Belichick and Cam Newton are going to do really well.
I think I picked Kansas City.
I actually went Ravens. I went Ravens at the start.
Who did you do, Jamie? You stuck with the Bucks, didn't you? I think.
I could not do the Bucks, but I'm pretty sure I picked the Packers.
I could not do the Giants, so
I'm pretty sure.
I wasn't picking the Raiders. Not an idiot.
I'm pretty sure I picked the Packers. We'll go back and listen to it. It was either Packers or Saints, I think. NFC anyway.
Yeah,
I think you'd a bit the Saints. That rings a bell.
Yeah, I do. I think the Chiefs will do it, but I just can't wait. I don't want to hype it up, but I think it's going to be a brilliant game. I don't want it to flop. I can't be arsed with it
Just
flopping.
a game of field goals now. You've got like Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, arguably the two greatest quarterbacks, and it's just a game of field goals.
Because the thing is,
what's your opinion on that?
Yeah.
The thing is, as well, we're fully committed. I'm actually committed to having to see it all through as well. Now we're doing the pod.
I know.
There's none of this going home at half time for a sleep. So it's like, please be a good game. Don't be a game of field.
I'm drinking from 6 o'clock on Sunday. I'm drinking from 6 o'clock. I'm getting a Chinese takeaway. I won't be awake at kickoff.
And then we're filming the day after as well. Matt's just waking up. Who won?
I'll still be hopefully steaming on the Monday night.
Yeah.
I'm going to be everything.
Knackered.
I was up till about 3 or 4 tonight, last night anyway, so I'm used to it. So I'm fine. You probably can't.
What wrestling event was it yesterday?
Royal Rumble,
yeah.
Who won that?
Well, you can tune in on Wednesday on my wrestling podcast and find out who won.
Google it is.
But no, yeah, Edge won the men's Royal Rumble.
To be honest, there is some.
Edge is back.
Edge came back last year.
There is some similarities, isn't there? Like they're both scripted, NFL and wrestling.
Sports entertainment.
Both sports entertainment.
WrestleMania's at Raymond James. The Super Bowl's at Raymond James.
He's a twat. Brady's a twat. Some similarities.
I think it'll be a good game.
Yeah, it's got to be on it.
Last year was too obvious. There was no way the 49ers were ever going to beat Kansas City, and this year I wouldn't know. The Jimmy G.
No, Jimmy G straight away. I mean, and was it Wasp with Mahomes and Hill? That's
I'm not.
One thing I will say about the Super Bowl is because I'm doing this in another group. You've got to predict the MVP, but it's almost guaranteed to be a quarterback, isn't it?
It's going to be Brady or Mahomes. Yeah.
Last year, I thought Williams for us was MVP.
Last non-quarterback was it Von Miller? 2015 maybe. When Broncos
defensive player as well. You know,
I think it's when the Broncos beat Cam Newton.
I think the only way it's not going to be a quarterback is if
say
Mahomes gets picked 2 or 3 times by Murphy Bunting, or if he gets sacked. Because how many times has Mahomes been sacked this season? If we manage to get 3 or 4 sacks, and that could completely change the game, you don't know, do you? So
yeah, that's where I think the game for us will lose the game if you are able to get to him and he's not able to move out, scramble and avoid, and because that's all he's been doing all year is literally avoiding. I mean, that's what I think we lead the league in short passes, and that's because literally there's just nothing in front of him, and he's always on the move. So if you can get to him, and I think that's the game changer. I think that's where you'll win the game.
And everyone was saying about Aaron Rodgers that it won't get picked, and then won't get picked or won't get sacked, and then that happened. But it's going to be interesting. I mean, I say like this, but it's what he does, doesn't it? Luckily, that's not going to come up on the video, Matt, so we're all right. But it's fine.
Whoa, missed that.
No, he's got it as his name. Tom Brady sucks dick, apparently. So there you go. I just thought I was like, that his name's changed. I'm like, I'm in the middle of speaking here. But
fantastic.
Yeah, like I said, it's going to be a good game. If we lose, we lose. We got to the Super Bowl. The Chiefs are arguably the best team in the NFL. but we can win it. It just depends if the game goes our way or not. We came back in that game where we got completely annihilated to 27-24. We came back in that. If it's anything like the second half, we should win, hopefully. And now we've got Antonio Brown. The offense is clicking. The defense is doing things right at this moment in time. Like I said, Murphy Bunting's had 3 picks within the last 3 games. Shaq Barrett's got a few sacks. JPP's had a few sacks. Hopefully, Whitehead's going to be back. Anton Winfield Jr. may be back. So if we get them back in safety, who knows what's going to happen? That's the whole thing. Like I said, with the NFC games and with the Super Bowl, it can go any way. Like both teams probably deserve to win it. I can't be mad unless we throw the game away in the 4th quarter. Then then I'll be probably pissed. That's the only way I can be pissed. But
I've only just seen Matt's name. I'm not reading that. That's
Mahomes fucks frogs now. All right, there you go.
George just said that's disgusting.
Good old Kermit.
Right. There goes your Corona sponsorship.
Last. Worth it for that. Is an Antonio Brown ruled out yet, or is he
still questionable?
Is it?
I think all of them are until it gets closer. But anything, like I said, even if he gets 1 or 2 reps, we don't know. But we'll wait and see.
His knee, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, he had the knee injury against.
It's because he's constantly on his knees sucking dick.
Because he always goes down.
Oh, Matt. Oh my
That's why he's not allowed 2 beers during a podcast.
I've had 2 every week.
Haven't we got some questions? Have we got a question?
nice segue.
What was the question?
I don't know.
I'm sure we've got one, haven't we?
How many penises has Antonio Brown sucked?
Jesus Christ. Quick, find it quick.
Yeah. So, with the Lions trading Stafford for Goff, what do you see the other NFC North teams doing quarterback-wise? Trade or stick? Cousins and Mitch look fairly mediocre, and there's speculation over Rodgers' future too.
The future's uncertain for Rodgers.
Rodgers is going nowhere.
Green Bay said they're not. He's not going anywhere because the Rams were looking at him.
That's the whole thing. Yeah. It's not officially been announced that Breeze has retired yet.
Has it not?
Yeah, I think he's done, mate.
Yeah, he's definitely done. Like they said that he's already got a contract with NBC. His wife put on that whole thing saying obviously about all of his injuries and how much of an amazing season he's had. He had that final look back at the Superdome or whatever it's called. It's Superdome, isn't it? Yeah. He had his final look back. He's had his final game. Everybody seemed like it was going to be the end, but when August or when training camp happens, like Rodgers, he's going to get that hunger again. He's probably going to come back and have one more year. You never know, do you? But yeah. I mean, he did have a collapsed lung. He did have like broken ribs. And he's what, 39, 40, Drew Brees?
There's been talk about it for probably the past 2-3 years. So for me, he's done. I don't see the Vikings moving on from Cousins. I think it's too rich of a deal. As much as dead cap is the same as having him on cap, I think he does an adequate job. At times, he's not the worst. He's just boring as fuck, and he's not the best.
Bears are the interesting one, aren't they?
Yeah, Bears have got two NFL quarterbacks that just aren't doing what they should be doing. I mean, it's not a surprise for Mitch. Mitch is just horrendous. I thought Foles would do a bit better. What do you do? Because you've got 2 on your books. Where do you go? Mm-hmm. And I think their pick's sort of mid-range as well, isn't it? It's not.
Yeah.
It's not early, is it?
It's around 16 or something like that.
So you're talking if you want anyone to have a bigger impact than Mitch or Foles, and you're gonna.
I'll tell you what pick we've got.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. Like I said, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of news to keep us entertained for at least a few episodes in between. Of
the
Bears just don't know what's going to happen.
Pick 20, the Bears.
Yeah, see, I mean, it's not the most attractive, is it? But do you use that and Mitch or Foles? I mean, is someone going to want to take them? I don't know. Was it you that made that good point about the whole Goff piece and saying like, yeah, all right, they've taken Goff, but they've actually got Goff and a number of firsts now that they could maybe trade away for someone else.
Yeah, Watson was my
Yeah.
fault because they've got a load of picks now that they could use as bait for Watson. I think.
So Goff's just like arriving, just going, I'm here, lads. Yep, pack them back up. You're going to
revolving
Houston.
door.
Yeah.
And Goff in Houston, it'd just be horrible. I don't think he's going to be
Ryan
good in
Gosling
Detroit
in
either.
Houston.
But I think it's going to be interesting now because that price for Goff, I know a lot of it was because of his contract and the Lions have had to take that on. So they've had to give the Lions extra bits to do the deal. But I don't know, does it drive the price of Watson up now? It must do, because
I think it does, yeah. Because Watson's got quite a big contract, hasn't he? As much as he's not got a big cap hit this year, he's got a big contract, hasn't he?
Is Stafford worth that much? No.
Nope.
No, he's not.
It's the whole thing with COVID, though, isn't it? I said COVID just increases the prices.
Why, have they given that as well?
Yeah, exactly. That's what you got to pay for extra. No, it's like I said, when it's
Three
coming
picks
to,
Goff
like,
and COVID.
when it's coming to like footy and like the transfer deadline and stuff like, they're just upping the prices because there's need for those players that you need to get recovering, don't you?
Yeah.
So they're just going to increase the price because there's no other choice. You want that quarterback in these times, and they've got to fly as well, which I'm pretty sure like you can't do that in England. You can't just go fly to a different part of the USA just to go, yeah, I'm just signing with this team now. Like, you get fucking fined here in the UK. Just for driving down.
The Lions have won that trade, hands down, because it's not going to work with Goff. So they've got...
Say that, he's been to what, the playoffs nearly every year?
With a good team. The Lions are shit.
They're great defense.
You said the Rams were shit.
The Rams aren't contenders for me. I didn't say they were shit. I said they're not contenders.
Defense carries them, doesn't it?
Yeah, and they've got to play us. What have they done?
Yeah, exactly. They beat Seattle. But Seattle.
So did we.
He stole my retort on it to Andy in the group. We beat KC. The Lions have won that trade. It's not going to work with Goff, so they could just... I don't know what the cap hit will be or when they can get out of his contract or whatever, but they've got 2 first rounds next year now. And then 2 the year after.
And one of them's pick 7, I think, as well, isn't it?
Their own pick. I'm sure their own pick this year is pick 7. Yeah, they didn't get... I don't think they got this year's first, did they? Or did they? I can't remember.
Was it this year's 3rd?
I think it was this year's 3rd. Yeah, they don't have a first this year.
I think you're right.
This year's 3rd and next year's first and the year after the next. So
yeah.
They've got 2 first next year and 2 the year after. And they've got pick 7 this year. There'll be a quarterback around at pick 7.
Yeah, I think there will be. I think it'll be
take one. Sitting behind
probably
Goff, and he'll just get worse.
Yeah, I don't know what they do with Goff. I don't know. I really liked that what you said. You've got Goff and a number of firsts that you could maybe trade away for another. But then again, the only really one you're going to want to trade for at the moment is Watson, isn't it?
He's not. I don't think he'd want to go Detroit.
I don't think Watson's going anywhere. I don't care that he's requested a trade.
You're thinking maybe, like I know you guys don't. And we're going to go back to JW3 now, but like Winston, you guys can't see him starting for Saints. So surely if Breeze is retiring, why don't they get Watson?
He might start him. He might.
I think he's starting from what they've sort of said when I was watching that game, and the commentators are talking as if he's already said he's gonna start him. Oh, Jesus Christ! I mean, you're mad. But if you're going for a rebuild, you may as well have a shit quarterback, can't you, just to tank the season?
That I'm picking next year to win the Super Bowl.
Do you reckon anyone will pick Camel? I think he's done.
Yeah,
the XFL.
He took the words out of my mouth.
The XFL because he's
LA Wildcats.
Hate him.
He'll go somewhere, but it's whether someone will want to take that back up.
Do you know before he got COVID, and I'm not saying COVID was a turning point, but he looked right. He was doing bits. He missed the Chiefs game with COVID. And came back and he was like, he just never looked like the guy that had started the season.
Yeah, fumbling all sorts and making.
He was running. He was falling over. He was slipping. He's
just shit.
Isn't it mad what a trajectory he's gone on? Like He's gone to the Super Bowl with the Panthers, and everyone's calling him super calm. He loses, spits his dummy out, and from there, he's just ended up as nothing.
You love to see it, don't you?
Absolutely.
Brutal game, innit?
Couldn't have gone to a nicer team either.
Mate, the Panthers. Yeah. Obviously, division rival, so I love it. So I'm great. So
yeah,
but
Matt's just happy he's at the Patriots.
Because they're
I don't know.
shit as well.
I don't know who picks him up. I just can't see him not being picked up.
even as a backup,
He's in that sort of range, and he's like probably too good to be a backup.
Yeah, but too shit to be a star.
Yeah, a bit like Mariota. We've got him as a backup, but.
I remember when he came in for that game. Who was it? Who did you play?
Divisional, was it divisional?
No. Can't remember now.
He was unbelievable though. For the
He was good.
He played really well.
Was it Miami? It
Could have been.
was towards the end of the season.
It was before Miami. We had 2 games left. One was Miami. One was, I think it might have been Chargers maybe. Yeah, it was Chargers. I think. I'll check. Do me on heading now.
But like I say, the QB merry-go-round is just going to be mental. I'm so excited for it because we need something, don't we, for the 9 months that we don't get football.
Yeah, if you're listening, Roger, one a week. Let 1 a week happen, and we can.
Yeah, we've got something to talk about.
Yeah,
please.
Yeah. It was Chargers.
Yeah, but it's going to be a fun day on Sunday, I'm sure. Yeah. And then we'll see what happens next week. Who turns up, who doesn't turn up on next week's podcast. It could be good. I mean, to be fair, like if we win, re-inviting Casey. We're getting the Bucks UK on. We'll get Gary on.
Is this another podcast you're doing?
Yeah, we're just taking over the Bucks. It's just great.
Not sure you know whose names are above the door, but it's Tom and I.
The Bucks takeover.
Any producers out there, get in touch. Could be looking for a new one next week.
You're coming back on next week if you win, Josh.
I think for me, it has to be you come on or you don't. Not if you win or you lose. It's you come on or you don't.
Yeah.
No, you can't say that because don't remember last year when we're like, "Are you coming to the Super Bowl?" Yeah, mate. No. It's like literally last minute, then you change your mind. It's like, yeah, I'll come.
The thing is, like when you're watching your own team with other people,
yeah, I know.
It's not enjoyable. Do you know what I mean? It's like you sat there, and then obviously
especially us,
when the connection started going on the TV, I was like,
I was losing my head. That's why I went home. I was losing my nuts.
And I could just imagine the last play of the game to win the game. And then I would just mess the place up, mate. Wings, 50 chicken wings going everywhere.
I bought too much food as well that night. I'd had a bet win, hadn't I, the week before or something, and we got to Walkabout and I bought like 50 wings. And we went to Dirty Blondes and I bought like 50 wings and a massive pizza. I was like, food's amazing. Oh God,
the food's amazing. Though I'll give it the food.
Yeah,
I'd take watching it in Dirty Blondes with a bad connection right now, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, no, I get that. And
not this game though.
No,
not the Bucks. But any other Super Bowl, sure, yeah.
Oh come on, it's just I don't know, mate. I'm not split yet on if we win or not. I think it's gonna be a close game. I mean, it's a home game for them, so it's nothing new. You know, they're there every second week. You know,
you beat us there though last time.
I assume the Chiefs will be the home team though. Because they're the better record.
The favourite, yeah.
It changes every year. The odd years is the NFC. The even years is the AFC. It's officially the home team.
I wasn't sure how they did it.
However,
yeah, I mean, first team ever at the home stadium.
You reckon?
The fact, if they'd have just kept it quiet about playing in white and they hadn't said the reason, then fair enough. But now they've said the reason, stuff like that bites you on the arse.
To be fair, though, I will back this up with 2005 Istanbul. Liverpool wore white, and we came back and won 3-3.
We came back and won 3-3.
We won 3-3 on pens. So there you go. We won 3-3. But and that was in white, so you never know.
Could you imagine all the amount of Patriots fans that are jumping on the Bucks bandwagon as well?
Well, the Bucks need fans, don't they? So
it's true. I mean, as part of like Bucks fan groups on Facebook, it's like
just you and Gaz.
just like
Private message.
Been following I've only supported them this year because Tom Brady's come. It's like Jesus Christ.
Oh, God.
And it's like, just hoping you do well. And it's like literally not following the Patriots anymore.
I can't decide who I want to win or who I want to lose more. And this episode, it's gone back and forth.
So you'd rather Brady over Mahomes?
Matt, come on.
The thing for me, and this is where I have to try and get it inside my head and work it out, is the Chiefs are going to be relevant for the next 7, 8, 9 years. And they're a divisional rival. And at the moment, they've only won 2 Super Bowls. And we've won 3. So I have that little bit of bragging rights over the Chiefs until probably Monday morning at about 5 o'clock. Then it'll be 3-all.
I'm back to back.
However, my hatred for Tom Brady is that strong that I don't know if I want him to win another one. I like the Bucks, and I have a little bit of a soft spot for the Bucks through watching them with Gaz quite a lot. Don't mind them at all.
So in like 2 years, you'll be fine. You'll support the Bucks again when Brady retires.
I will support them, but
you'll follow them. You won't mind them when they win.
It's hard.
It's not going to happen that much.
It's hard for me to get my head into what I want to happen. Really, it's impossible because the Chiefs are going to dominate. Certainly our division, certainly the AFC, probably the NFL for some time.
The thing is, though, there's a lot of young QBs that are coming through now. I think that's going to change. I mean, the level. You look at who's coming in now. Look who's already here. I mean, I'm excited to see what Justin Herbert does.
I'm not.
I like the fact we've got a competitive division.
We haven't though. The second best team in our division finished 8-8. How's that competitive?
Well, if Herbert can get the weapons that he's got and he builds and builds and builds.
Yeah, but they're famously terrible, aren't they? The Chargers. Herbert's good. I don't know.
You just got to hope Broncos stay with Locke.
Yeah, well, they've got pick 9, I think, so they're probably going to have somebody available like Mac Jones. He'll probably be there at 9.
Yeah.
He's absolutely terrible, isn't he?
Oh, God.
He threw 4 interceptions against us, and we've got no defence.
Was it your game in the last minute where you won the game?
The last game was, I think,
yeah. And I had a bet on that. I had Raiders to come back, and I was texting Matt, and Matt was going, "No, we've lost. We've done." I'm going to turn it off.
Not like me to lose my head.
We're going to turn it off. And then Derek Carr was just like, it was just.
Derek Carr was dealing.
Yeah, dealing.
But
Derek falling out of control.
It's probably going to be a big question that we're probably going to tackle in the off season. But if they do win, do you think Chiefs are going to eclipse the Patriots to be the next dynasty? Are they going to get like, say, is Mahomes going to equal like Tom Brady's 6 Super Bowl rings?
I think it's harder to do that now. I think the NFL doesn't really want another Patriots. I don't think they want it to happen.
No.
They'll certainly dominate the AFC West. They'll be there or thereabouts in the AFC. I don't know. I can't even be arsed thinking about it. It's pissing me off now.
I'm sure we'll discuss it after the result.
Brilliant.
Of
it is brilliant.
Next week's podcast.
I'll wait for the next 10 years of shit fucking football following.
So are we committing to it now then? Both Josh and Jamie next week?
Hey, imagine if.
You know I'm here anyway.
It's a yes or no, mate. That's all.
Yeah, no, I'm on.
Yeah, no. It's both.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm on.
Yes.
There we go.
Love it.
Just because I do think. Well, I was more nervous for the 49ers game than I am for this game.
Right, so we've won them. Cool. All right.
I just wonder if you've got players in coverage to. I mean, Tyreek Hill at the moment and Travis Kelce, both of them are almost unplayable at the moment. So,
yeah, Kelsey's second best tight end in the league, isn't he? So,
I knew that was coming. I actually thought that day.
Well, Evan Engram did get Pro Bowl. I don't know how. I actually got angry earlier when I saw that he tweeted his uniform. I was fucking livid. How can you have the audacity to fucking do that?
They're not even playing.
I know.
I'm so glad
I got
somebody's
jersey, but I'm not
so glad
playing.
somebody's getting as pissed off as I am with football.
Yeah. How can you not when that fucking fraud has caught one touchdown all fucking season and gets put in the Pro Bowl? The fucking Pro Bowl. He cost us about fucking 7 interceptions and at least 3 games. One being against the fucking Eagles. And it ruined my whole weekend because it was a Thursday night. I was spewing for days. Fucking prick. Curly head cunt. Fuck off. I hate it.
That's a perfect way to end it.
No, I've got one more thing to say before we end it, because Josh is on the pod and he'll probably listen. Fuck Matt Brown.
You've not said
Where's
that.
your little sign behind on your flag?
He's just been posting it to him every week.
Oh my god. Yeah.
How come he's not in our group chat?
He's not fucking welcome.
He's
He's not a fan. He's a fucking fraud.
Tell you what, Josh, you've got some
Doors
mates.
agree,
You got some mates of yours that are Patriots fans, or one particular one. You keep sending me, telling me what they're saying in your group chat, and it's pissing me off. I don't even know what it is.
So what he does is he puts something in the group. So then I just screenshot it and send it Matt because I just know what Matt's going to say. And Matt's just like, you know what Matt's like. But mate, he's jumped on the bandwagon. He's bought a Brady's Buccaneers shirt, and that's
Wow. Imagine like a United fan buying an Arsenal shirt.
Or because it's just like, no, you wouldn't count that because it's not as big. I'm trying to think. Because I was going to say like Wayne Rooney, but obviously he only moved to like Derby, didn't he, after like America. I'm trying to think of something like Torres. Like you were a Liverpool fan and then you bought a Torres Chelsea shirt after obviously the 50 million, because it's deadline day anyway, just throwing a little bit of footy in there. Good times then.
I'm staying quiet now. I didn't buy a Real Madrid Bale shirt and go fly to Madrid and watch them just because Bale signed for them.
That's a team in a different country.
But that's a different country.
So right.
Like Liverpool and Chelsea were like title rivals. They're not like Liverpool United or United City. It
wasn't like I'd been on an all-day bender on my birthday, hanging out of my arse the next day, and they announced it on deadline day, and I didn't cry.
No, it's like here we go.
Emotional wreck.
I've got the perfect example because it's a perfect example now because it was massive when it happened. It was all over Manchester. Carlos Tevez when he moved to United to City.
Oh, that billboard!
Could you imagine just going? Yeah, I'm a City fan now because Tevez has moved to City. You'd get stabbed.
And that's the level though where Josh's mate is at.
It's so Campbell, isn't it? Spurs to Arsenal, so
yeah,
he was
that's you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking Judas.
But
we'll
find out
when Sol Campbell.
We didn't really answer the question, did we? We just talked about
had
it.
A brief discussion, But it's
yeah,
really exciting.
anyway.
It's just whatever happens. We won't know until the season's finished. You don't know, do you? But
check us out on all the social media streams and I don't know. I don't even know what they are. I can't be asked anymore.
At Third Short Pod. It's pretty simple. At Third Short Pod.
18 weeks
on
in,
Twitter,
we've had it all.
On Instagram.
If I could have picked a worse,
even on TikTok.
This is what I've missed. Look at him. I've missed him. Look.
What don't you want to happen, Chiefs Bucks? What happens, Chiefs Bucks? Sound.
It's like the whole Jersey curse all over again.
It's like Preston playing Burnley in the FA Cup final, isn't it?
Oh god.
Yeah, it is because there's one family in Burnley.
Yeah.
Wow. It was like Jason's from Burnley.
Yes.
There's a lot. He supports the Cowgirls.
I said we'll get him on at some point.
Yeah, definitely. When we are absolutely run dry of content.
Just like somebody doesn't even know what he's talking about.
He's brilliant. You could just let him talk all episode. He's just entertainment.
Yeah. Now check us out on usual socials, Third Short Pod. Follow us on Twitter, subscribe on YouTube, like on Facebook. don't know what you do on TikTok, but are we
What?
still even
I
doing
can't
TikTok?
find the TikTok.
Well, you've not sent me any edited good videos.
It's not my job, mate. Jamie's the producer.
Gaz's socials. Gaz needs to start video.
Yeah,
To be
Gaz.
fair, I need to put the Patrick Bateman stuff on.
Yeah, I think.
We'll get that
Oh,
I like red. You got to say it for us at least.
Come on. I like red.
Oh dear.
Amazing.
Hey, do you know when I ordered it? I was thinking, what if the three of them have got I like red t-shirts on? I go on.
Well, my favourite bit about it is whoever's made whatever company you've got to make that, I've gone.
What's he on about here?
Honestly, so that's why when I was coming out, I was like, oh my god, they probably all got something on. I like red. So
We're not that dedicated.
No, every credit, mate. That's brilliant.
it's been every week, mate. Every single week.
At least we know you listen, unlike some people.
Gary.
And here's our typical check again, just to see if they are listening. Gary, Jason, let's have a look, see if you are listening. Apparently, Jason called me out last week saying that he didn't listen, or Gary said, "Just listen." It's like, no, you just skim through it, don't you? But he just got lucky. Jason was like, "Yeah, skip the first guy," and just went on to the actual episode.
To be fair, I think the first guy skipped himself. To be fair, he didn't. That was that shy. Thanks for coming on, mate. But Jesus Christ, upgrade your router from a potato to a carrot, please.
Jesus, but we'll find out.
What I'll say though is you guys have done a great job. To be fair, so every credit. I mean, it's even the WhatsApp group, and I've only followed since properly since the beginning of last season. So, like knowledge-wise, I mean, I'm not at a level that obviously Matt is, and Tom, I know how much you love it, and Jamie's loved it for you. So, it's just great to pick things up and learn new things. And
hopefully, you'll pick a new team up soon, mate.
When Mahomes signs for the Detroit Lions.
It's great, mate. To be fair, you're doing really well, and the podcast is doing really well. So yeah,
no, I appreciate it. Cheers for coming on. It's been a pleasure.
We'll join us next week to find out which one of these two boys in red is the happiest and which one is the saddest. Not sure which way it's going to go. I think the Chiefs will win it, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Bucs win it either. That's my style. I would have been surprised last year, but it's set up to be a nice game. You know, the current quarterback against the historical quarterback, I suppose.
The old guard versus the new kid on the block.
Quick score prediction from you, just to see how close you think it's going to be.
40-28 Chiefs.
40-28.
40.
Matt?
I'm thinking it's going to be a one-score game, but like a touchdown difference. So something like 33-26 or something like that. Can that even be a score? I don't know if it can.
There's some way where it can.
Think to what? When you go on Twitter, type in scoreagami, as in origami, but SCO in front of it.
Yeah, it's decent.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's for anyone that doesn't know what it is, because Matt clearly does, because he's an absolute geek like me. Every game that plays, it puts a score in, and if it's never been a score before, it's scorigami. So it gives you sort of like, as games are going on, it'll be like, oh, if it goes at this rate, it could end up at this score. It's a 1.6 chance of a scorigami.
Yeah, it's class.
It's a lot better than it sounds. I've not really.
Shit.
What's origami loses followers tonight?
I don't think that can be a score wise. It can be with safeties and stuff, can't it, in 2 pointers, but I'll go 38-31. There we go.
Close. 38-24.
2.
I'm not saying which team. I think it's going to be close, actually. I'll be very surprised if either team gets over 35. So
it's 2 firing offenses, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think when we looked at some of the games, they were really low scoring in the playoffs. I don't think there was only 1 or 2 teams that actually reached over 30 points in the actual divisional games and then in the actual championship game. So maybe, like I said, maybe 35, 20, 27, maybe to the Bucks. I can't not say them now, can I? We're here, so yeah, you have to go for it. Brady to Gronk in one final Super Bowl.
Surprised you say Scotty Miller. You usually say Scotty Miller.
Fucking love Scotty Miller.
Him.
Big Scooty.
Mate, he said it in the group once, and I thought, I'm going to take the bet. It didn't come in.
To be fair, he only usually does it at the end of the first half because we've done it twice now, where he's actually got that touchdown right at the end of the first half. And we did one against someone else and we got picked, but I think that was I think it was against the Chiefs. I can't remember actually. But yeah, we tried it and it didn't work anyway. But it's happened twice right at the end of the first half, so you never know. Again, I just want it to be an entertaining game. I don't care if we lose. If we're winning by like 20 points and we throw it away, then I'm not coming on next week and you all go fuck yourself and I'm deleting the podcast. That's a promise right now. But I don't think we're going to get 20 points ahead, so I think we'll be okay.
See, we don't make things easy. So, look at the one-score games we've had. The Bills last week, the onside kick at the end, to give that up. And I'm sat there going, every week. And I'm not going to moan, like Matt said, because, to have a winning team every week. But I'm going to go 4 points. I think we'll win by 4 points. And I think we'll stop them on the last drive to win the game. I think defense will win the game.
And your defense is going to win the game.
Matthew's going to step up. There he is. Oh, I love him, mate.
I remember when you signed him, I said to you, he's class.
You did, and I've watched all his mics up, because you always send me the mics up.
Mike's
He's just great. Him and Travis Kelce, and he's brilliant, mate. They really are. So, they don't do it in football and stuff like that, do they? So,
no.
Could you imagine, literally miking up some football players? All they do is fucking swear half the time.
All they do is fucking swear.
Yeah, literally. It's all because there's the whole thing, it's the one thing that I hate about footy is the whole disrespecting the ref and all that shit. Literally anything goes on, you fucking stupid, you fucking shit, what the fuck, mate? It was literally like that. But in NFL, it's something goes on, it's just what? All right, okay.
Definitely.
Respect for the authorities there, isn't
kids
it?
This episode, can it?
Not with some of the stuff
to be fair, I was gonna say
some of your names.
He's still got the name on, he's not changed it.
Yeah.
We've got literally Jamie, Tom, I like red, and Mahomes fucks frogs.
It's not my fault he does.
Not my fault, he does it.
Well, maybe his mum did. That's why he's around.
Oh, God, right. That is definitely the right time to wrap it up.
Okay, Josh, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
We'll see
We're going to win the Super Bowl. Maybe.